Cycling makes me feel all kinds of things, from frustration and anger, vulnerable, exhausted, weak, insufficient, but then on a good day, strong and fast, like you're flying.
I'd love to say that there's a really good story about how I got into cycling, but it was only because mountain bikes were cool in the late 80s and my older brother said that we should get one, and so we got a mountain bike and it started from that.
Bikes give you so much, and you can say that even without being a massive bike geek. And also, bikes are amazing, they're beautiful, they're great design objects too. You can love bikes for the aesthetics, you can love bikes for the workouts, you can love bikes for exploration.
Fitness that is escape, that is a mental reboot, that lets me see my friends, that gets me into the countryside.
In 2018, our local church in Stoke Newington wanted to raise money for a community centre. But I thought, what about doing something different where we can raise money for a community centre and bring people together? And that was the start of thinking about North London Dirt. North London Dirt is a 70-mile bike event that runs once a year, and it's a big loop that basically takes you escaping the city and out exploring the rural parts of North and East London. It's a gravel event, so that means it's a multi-surface route, so you might start on road, then you'll go to smaller paths, dirt paths, out into rural single track, some really rough off-road riding, and everything in between. What we do with North London Dirt is all of those things. People can turn up, they can geek out about bikes, seeing other people's bikes. I know, that's what we love to do. Then they can escape the city, they can get out there. It's a healthy day, it's a day of exploring, and hopefully it's the best day possible on a bike.
Each year when it's time to design the route, it almost starts with a blank canvas again. I'm very conscious that a lot of people that ride this know some of the places that we're riding to. The other thing that I'm really keen to do is exploring the places that people wouldn't normally ride. We're not the Lake Districts, we're certainly not the Peak District, and so we're not going to have huge rolling mountains to play with, but what we do have in London is some very interesting hinterlands between the industrial ground and the suburban land, between the suburbs and the countryside. Places that may not be beautiful, but places that have something interesting about them.
The nature of being city-locked means that there's not a ton of off-road events for people in London. We thought maybe we can find those dirt spaces, those hidden gaps between houses, down the side of cemeteries, round the back, under flyovers. We can find dirt where there is no dirt, we can find countryside where there is no countryside, and let those London riders, give them an opportunity to escape the city. Phil and I spend so much time when we're out planning the route, imagining what other riders might feel when they're there. We get genuinely excited, if we come to some tight bit of single track we've never found before, and we're blasting along a tight downhill between trees.
There's a virtue to be had in just having your head down and racing against your friends, but there's also the flip side of that, which is stopping, appreciating the countryside, and then taking time to enjoy being there.
Phil and I have been wowed by the support that we've had from the local bike community, the local community for the centre, and from the bike industry. People have really understood that what we're hopefully trying to do is just raise some great money for the centre and bring riders together.